a very important point. Why should there be a South Asian Union, and why should people strive towards it? This, of course, reminds me of a very interesting conversation that Jinnah had with the leaders of the Congress Party, and when they were discussing partition, they actually said that Pakistan and India should be like the US and Canada. And of course, at that time there was the North American Free Trade Agreement, and they were really trying to get trade between the US and Canada is now became very open. There are really hardly any border controls. You can go visa free into either country, and that was the kind of aim that at the time of partition was there in the minds of the leaders. And one must remember that when partition was agreed, it was an amicable separation between two sides. It wasn't understood that there will be violence. That only came in afterwards. There wasn't this idea that they'll go to war over Kashmir. That also came in afterwards. So the initial idea of partition was not that there should be lasting enmity between Hindus and Muslims in South Asia. In fact, the main idea behind partition, that's what Jinnah argued, was that this will put an end to the enmity between Hindus and Muslims and make them live as good neighbors. So in fact, what you're saying now is that, why should there be a South Asian Union? That was the initial idea behind it, and that's what the leaders of both sides really wanted to strive towards. It's just that events after partition happened in this manner. There was a lot of violence, the Kashmir issue came up, and then the distrust between both the countries accumulated to such an extent that now it's easier for a Pakistani to go to Britain than it is to go to India. So I think that this is going back to the basics, going back to the original idea of South Asia. So one. Second, I think it's very important because, as you know, the South Asian region, the subcontinent as we call it, is intricately linked. All the rivers that flow through Pakistani Punjab originate in India. Recently we have had this huge issue with smog in Pakistani Punjab, in the same way in Indian Punjab, in Indian Delhi. So all of these are shared issues, and you can't really separate this region in any way or any shape or form. They are all entangled, and I think the rising tide of climate change is actually going to bring us together, even if we don't want it. Even if there is less political will, climate change and all the issues relating with this will really bring us together. So I think it's very important to get a jump start at it and actually bring forward this conversation so that one can think out modalities of all these things. I should note that doesn't mean that national boundaries will disappear, that it will all become one mega state or one mega confederation. That's something that scares a lot of people. I don't think anyone wants that. I don't think anyone that will ever happen. But there is no reason why should there be open borders. Why shouldn't there be a lot of interaction between all the countries? Because it will help our people, our communities to grow and to prosper.